And here we are, Formula V race fans for the Australian Institute of Motorsport 2014 New South Wales Formula V State Championship. Race 3 of round 4 at Eastern Creek, the last race at Eastern Creek of the year.
Okay, starting order is Thomas from Timmy Brook, from Daniel Stein, great effort, Darren Williams, and they're off.
And we're off. It was a great race this morning to form up this grid.
Okay, once again, the right-hand side takes the lead. Timmy Brook gets ahead of Thomas. Darren Williams gets ahead of Steiny, followed by Pace.
Right, Dylan Thomas, not the greatest starter, apparently, with Timmy Brook jumping him quite a few times this year. Here we see
Thomas was pretty good last year. This year, I think that new Jacer seems to be pretty decent at the rear end, that it's able to get the traction to the ground really good.
And great driving, but we've got, again, Darren Williams. He's going around the outside of Dylan Thomas.
Lee Porter on the back of this group here with Johnny Mack, and
that's Lee Porter in 4th place, 5th place. But Sixth. Johnny Mack, is it? Has just gone around the outside?
Oh, no, I think that's Morgo actually. Sorry,
that is Morgo. Yes.
Followed by Steiny.
Pack of cars going through a lock up there from a Stinger in the back. And there we've got the last two cars, Lowell Noyes at the back with William Pym.
Okay, he's on board with Thomas. Great camera angle this one today.
It is.
You can see the inboard suspension working. The travel goes up and down there.
Look at that. That's good. Good for a Stinger. Okay, right.
Oh, Steiny on the inside. In the earlier race this morning, Steiny was the king of diving up the inside of turn 4.
Right, look at the gap, Dylan Thomas.
But look what it does. It gives the guys in front a little bit of margin.
And
look at the smoke coming out of that. Who's that?
That's probably all of them. But
no, there's some oil smoke coming out of one of these cars here.
There is.
Oh, maybe there wasn't.
Great pack of 1600 and 1200cc Formula Vs.
It looked like Gary Hook, but I may be wrong.
No oil through there, but there we go. Lowell Noyes taking up the rear in his historic Dolphin Formula V.
On board here with Thomas, he's going to go tighter line here than Steiny. Steiny showed that he was pretty wide coming through on the exit of that corner earlier. See he's a bit wider there on the exit?
That's right. Dylan Thomas in 3rd place, the championship leader. He's got a few spots to make up.
Oh, see, there's a smoke there. Who's that?
There it is.
Looks like Gary Hook.
Gary Hook, smoking away at Eastern Creek.
I thought I saw some smoke earlier.
I wonder if that's a left-hand rocker cover gasket.
Okay, look at the gap that Timmy Brook's got. That's all been brought on by the dive from Steiny at turn 4. Separated the group.
Oh, this will be a great run down the main straight by this huge pack of cars there, and we'll see what slipstreaming takes place.
It may take. It looks like Timmy Brook's out of the tow there, so it may take a lap or two for the group to catch him.
William Pym going through there. Lyle Moyes, we'll see him in frame right there, going through the last corner.
Okay, so Pimmy's left Lyle Moyes and he's now starting to catch the other two. So Pimmy's had a bad start. Timmy Brook's had a massive margin here to Steiny, Thomas, Williams, Pace. Those guys have got a gap there too. Missed it there. Too many cars going through there with the sun there over in the western sky. Yeah, getting a bit later in the day there, so the Steiny is coming down. He's on board with Thomas around the outside of Steiny.
Steiny's just moving a bit to the right. No, not much, but Dylan Thomas having to go around the outside of him right up against the white line.
Yeah, shut the door on Darren Williams.
On his tail there.
Look, Lou's braver under brakes here. Thomas, look at that deep brake in there.
He's gone there. He's regained 2nd place. Now the race will be on to take the lead from Tim Brook.
Yeah, so they've got to catch him first. Okay, there's quite a gaggle of cars here. There's Duffy, Harrison.
And Matt Pearce, the leading 1200 we saw there in the red and white LE 100. No, it's not the LE 100. What is it? I forget. Never mind.
It's a Lepton.
Lepton, that's it. Close enough.
Okay.
LE-PTO.
Okay, so Thomas has already started closing this gap here to Timmy Brook. See, look at that. Now, so it seems...
Now that seems to happen...
Oh, actually, it's not. It's Horny.
Stephen Horny's out there.
James Horn.
James Horn.
He's had a terrible year with oil.
He's had a terrible year, but he's made it out there. We didn't see him this morning there after all his troubles.
No, I think he had a snap throttle when he went out.
That's right. Very early on in the race before. We didn't even get to see him at all.
Okay, so...
He's out there again.
Thomas is on the back of... Horny, mate. You're gonna run out of oil on that thing.
Heaps of smoke there.
He's already had a couple of engines let go, so it'd probably be wise to pull that thing over and shut it down before you do another motor. And
apologies to Hookie for the reference earlier, but never mind. Okay, back to the front. Dylan Thomas.
There's Hookie there now, just behind this group. And just a note to Hookie, he's actually finished all but 1 races this year, I think. So he's doing awesome with the Reynolds crew behind him.
That's right, the Canberra Reynolds team looking after his car.
Okay, so Thomas going around the outside of Timmy Brook, Steiny going with him.
And look at that, he's made up they've actually 30 metres lead in 1 lap.
Okay, and they've actually gapped the Simon Pace, Darren Williams group. Darren was so strong in the earlier race.
Right, cars are spreading out, but it's all hard racing. We'll see as all the cars go through turn 1. But
okay, he's on board.
Here's the on board.
Classic
line.
toe.
Here's the finishing line right there. And
I think Thomas got him by the line there, actually. So that's probably good for Thomas to know.
Nice, safe, clean driving there at flat, full throttle, 170
Steiny went with him. Thomas will stay along the white line here to make sure that Steiny doesn't dive at the inside. This corner of turn 2 is actually quite almost double apex. You can sort of take the apex on the entry here.
You can.
V it out a bit there and then come back and take the apex on the inside.
You can run wide and still bring it in on that the very last bit of the inner ripple strip.
Traditionally, all the drivers used to actually, before it was resurfaced up at turn 2 there, the drivers used to follow the cut in the bitumen from about mid-circuit and then cut back to the apex of the exit.
But back to the leaders is turn 4.
Great steering wheel here. See the dashes in building on the steering wheel of the new J, so they're fantastic.
And,
Thomas.
Did he run off the track? No, he kept it on the track.
Horny's still got the smoke bellowing out.
That's Horny right behind Jeff Bennett, I think.
Okay, so but Horny's made, just in merit to Horny, he's been fast all year. He started from back of the grid, and he's not far off this lead group.
He's had terrible bad luck. He barely finished the race.
Jacob Andrews gave himself the tight line there on Duffy. He wasn't able to get it done.
Just going round the outside. He'll take the position on coming into turn 8.
Okay, so Pimmy's actually taken one of the 1200s of Bernie and he's now chasing down Steve.
And Stephen Cannon there in the red car we saw in the back of that group.
Okay, so Thomas has got a car length here from Steiny. Oh, look at that.
More smoke.
I'm sure Jeff Bennett and the boys behind are all appreciating what's going on there.
They'll be loving that. But come on, James, the car will tell you what to be doing, whether you can run or not before long. So,
but he's done pace-wise. He's doing a fantastic job. Look, he's almost back up to that group.
That's right. All the smoke comes around right-hand corners, but not left, as we saw through there.
There's Al Harrison, Duffy, Andrews,
Matt Pearce in the lean 1200 car. Richard Jefford there going through onto the straight.
Okay. There's the lead 1200 of Bernie Cannon, followed by Pimmy, followed by Stevie Cannon.
Right, well, Lyle Moyes there, not far behind.
Okay, here's Steiny. Steiny's got great poke in this motor at the moment. Look at that, Toad Thomas by the line by the look of that.
Not only has he got poke, yeah, he's taken first place in this race, but that's allowed 3 cars to catch up. No doubt that'll be Darren Williams, Simon Pace, Dylan Thomas and Tim Brook, the fast pack of this weekend.
Okay, and then there's the next group there. And actually, I didn't see Lee Porter in that group. I wonder if Lee Porter's dropped off there somewhere.
We'll have a look in a moment. There's Jeff Bennett. No, that's William Pinn and Bernie Cannon side by side into turn 1.
Okay, so he's on board where Steiny goes on Thomas. Let's have a look. And Timmy Brooks not quite got the toe. Thomas does.
Angle, but look at the closing speed.
But see what Thomas did there. He's jumped into the toe of Steiny, so that'll actually pull him forward as well and make it quite difficult for Timmy Brook.
And the acceleration's dropped off.
In fact, Thomas might even go back to the inside line here if Steiny doesn't block it. No,
he's closed the door. Close the door now. But Tim Brook. What's going to happen here? Will he get first place?
He's gone wide.
He just overshoots by a fraction.
Well, did he overshoot or was Steiny coming in and he had to sort of leave the door open a bit?
Either way, he'll get second place as they go through this corner.
Yeah, well, Steiny's still there, so he couldn't quite turn in. No, actually, Thomas might even get the position back off.
We'll see in a moment there. Tim Brook, no, he's got second place.
Look, Darren Williams is... Where's Darren gone? He's fallen behind of... Is that concern?
He's out of frame there. We didn't get a good shot of anyone through there. But now there's Lee Porter there in the yellow jacket.
So Lee Porter is still with that group.
Still out there. Daniel Stein.
He's doing a fantastic job this weekend, Lee Porter.
He is a strong driver, no doubt.
Okay, so Thomas is all over the back. He had to lift there by the look of that. Off the back, we might have had to lift from Steiny.
Okay, Steiny in the lead. He'll just stay within the limits of the circuit through there.
Okay, I'm trying to pick up who's in 5th here, just in ahead of Darren Williams. Oh, is that Morgo? No, that's Johnny Mack. It's Morgo. How strong's Morgo going this weekend?
Morgo in 5th place.
He's actually pulled back up to that lead group, so he's had some great pace to get back up there. And Darren Williams has been one of the strongest cars this weekend, and he's making Darren work hard.
So Morgo's got his foot down for longer in this race. Well done.
Well, I wonder if Morgo's put a fresh engine in or something.
Does he have a fresh engine?
No, not normally.
Not normally, no. Okay.
All right. So here's Steiny, Timmy Brooks. Oh yeah, Timmy Brook. Thomas.
They're just nose cones apart. This pack of
Simon
1,
Pace,
2,
Morgo.
3, 4, 5, 6 cars.
Yeah, so they're all together here. So Morgo in 5th could end up leading at the end of this lap after the toe. Thomas looks pretty close to Timmy Brook here. Timmy Brook is a good position to get the toe.
And there was Darren Williams, so we're just at the back of that
Jeff
pack.
Bennett, Hookie,
Lee Porter, John McDonald there.
Craig Sparks.
There's James Horn.
Bruce Perry.
He's still got some oil in that car, no doubt.
Okay, there's Matty Pearce. You know what? Matty Pearce has broken the lap record.
Broken the lap record? The 1200 lap record's finally fallen.
That's a fantastic effort there. That's been sitting since Jay Hall back in the early 90s.
1999 or 98 or something like
early
that.
Early 2000s.
Around thereabouts.
Early 2000s. So, that's sat there for a long period of time. And, the 1600's been broken a few times.
And he's done that without a toe as well. He's been doing it on his own.
Hardly doubt it. It was on lap 2.
Right, there we go. Okay,
so there's Timmy Brook on the outside of Steiny. and the rest of them had a blanket over them, so I couldn't quite catch it.
All right.
And there's another group with a blanket, and there's a single and a pair.
Right, no blankets there.
A single and a king and an ace. It's blackjack.
Queen mattress, yeah.
All right, he's on board with Thomas. Timmy Brook goes to the outside of Steiny. Thomas has got...
This is the leading cars.
A huge toe there, because he's got 2 cars to pick off.
That's only a tyre width apart, these 2 leading cars. This is a race for the lead coming into turn 2.
Okay,
3 cars wide. How do you do that?
Okay, Pacey's on the outside there. He's going to struggle for this, so he might fall back to 4th. Oh, he's pretty deep.
Awesome Formula V racing. Look, that's 6, the top 6 cars in this race. This must be about lap 13, and they're only...
And I said Pacey was on the outside. He'd struggle. He's actually pulled all the way through to second.
Simon Pace has got 2nd place. Simon never gives up, and he certainly hasn't done in this race.
So Simon's probably one of the fastest drivers in this country, and but one of the most polite. So sometimes you question his aggression, but he's certainly got the speed.
Well, that means he keeps his beautiful paint job nice and tidy there, and doesn't have to worry about repair damage very often.
Beautiful paintwork is certainly appropriate, because he has won Best Presented Car on numerous occasions.
And here we go through turn 5, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th after about 10 laps of racing.
So Morgo's now fallen to the back of this group, but he's still all over the back of Darren Williams, who's on the back of Thomas, who's right on the back of Timmy Brook.
Right, well, the positions won't stay the same for very long, so Morgo's got to not expect to change at least lap by lap.
Johnny Mack's fallen to the back of that group there now.
He has. He's fallen back. Simon Duffy and Bruce Pearce and Bruce Perry there. We can see those 3 cars.
Yeah, just ahead of them was Al Harrison and Jacob Andrews.
Great driving by everyone in this race.
Actually, Jacob Andrews has made a few places up, because remember he had that he got turned around in the earlier race and was somewhere miles back.
Yeah, Jacob's on fire as well. There's Bernie Cannon there. We saw the 1200 cars.
So you know what? Steiny's looked really strong in this, and Thomas has been strong all weekend, but yet come the trophy race, he's I don't know.
Well, Daniel's, certainly he's on form, and he looks like he's an experienced Formula V driver, and he's bloody fast.
He's damn fast. He looks clean. He's
exactly.
He's not doing anything silly. He's doing a damn good job out there.
But mate, the driver of this pack was Morgan Fremantle, no doubt, keeping that position.
Well, not only that, he actually was in the second group, and he drove up to the front group.
That's right, he has, and the front group hasn't been driving slow.
No, here we go. Here's his new lap record holder, and 1,200 points leader, Matty Pearce.
Right.
Here you go.
The leading pack of cars,
Simon Pace up the inside.
Pace got the lead of this race.
Certainly has, and the rest are all in close knit. There's 3 wide through turn 1 of that group.
Now, although there might seem to be a bit of a gap there, this is
Jacob Andrews has hunted down Al Harrison and is towing him to the line.
This is a 4 kilometre long circuit, so gaps will form, but it's only a few seconds apart.
Here's Thomas on Brook. He's going to try and jump into someone else's slipstream.
Second, third, 4th and 5th.
There's a bit of indecisiveness there where he wants to take the toe or not.
But Tim Brook, has he been pocketed out? No.
The thing is who's deep under brakes here now. So you've got Simon Pace on the inside, Steiny on the outside, Timmy Brook on the inside, Thomas on the inside.
No one can afford to make the slice.
Darren Williams on the outside, and Morgo just tailing it up, Charlie.
Pace keeps the lead.
Okay, here you've got Jeff Bennett on the inside of
Gary Hook. Gary Hook's driving with a lot of aggression in this race.
Lee Porter, Craig Spark and Morgo. And here you've got Jacob Andrews did get the toe from Al Harrison. And
Jacob from near the back of the grid is going right through this pack.
Yeah, he's been through these 2 groups and moving forward. And
Matty
Pearce, mate, look at the pace of this guy. He's on fire.
He is on fire. That's right. Okay, back to the front, as we say.
Thomas on the back of Steiny. That means Timmy Brook's got the lead there at the moment. Or am I? No, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. Pacey's got the lead.
There he is. There's the leader there, just ahead. It's so close, it's hard to tell. You can't see too far ahead. Simon Pace, Tim Brook, Daniel Stein, who's been leading most of this race. And Dylan Thomas, the great Dylan Thomas, he just can't seem to...
I don't reckon Thomas's car looks as fast in this one. I don't know if he's done a little tweak. Maybe he's changed to jet or something, and something's just not quite right.
You wouldn't have any inside information on that, would you?
I know he's had some problems with some valve seats on his heads in the lead up to some of these rounds.
Never mind. They're back to Dylan Thomas's car with the valve seat problems there with... or whatever it might be.
Look at this. Steiny's just done it. Oh, spinner, Morgo.
That's Morgo. Spinner, come in, spinner.
Chicken dinner.
Is he going to lose?
Oh, look at he's falling behind this whole next group. Morgo.
Mate, lose. There goes 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th.
10,
oh, Morgo,
11,
what have you done?
15. Morgo from drive of the day to fail of the day.
Oh, Morgo, you'll never live this down. We'll make sure of it.
Jeff Bennett, Gary Hook have now got a bit of a gap to Lee Porter. There's Morgo's in the group, so he didn't lose the whole group.
No, he only lost about 48 spots. Never mind.
Okay.
Simon Duffy leading Bruce Perry and Bruce Pearce through that pack.
Al Harrison's not let go of Jacob Andrews.
Look at Al Harrison, mate. You know, he's driving with his foot down lap after lap as well.
Look at this, 3 wide here.
3 wide across the line, coming into turn 1. And the two
Thomas
other
nowhere
cars.
to go. Look at this.
Huge slipstreams forming up here for 4th and 5th place.
So Thomas has got the car to pick, but it's, you know, he can't really go right around the outside.
Will he?
Can.
Maybe he will go right around the outside.
Yeah, but they'll all get the toe off each other, so that might not work out by the time you get to 2.
Gary Hook and Jeff Bennett there. Is it Jeff Bennett or Gary Bennett or
Jeff Hook and Gary Bennett?
Maybe it's the same thing. Who knows?
3 wide here from this group here. I think that was the Bruce Perry group.
Here's the leading pack.
Okay,
coming into turn 2 after that. Turn
actually,
1
so Thomas is on the outside, goes deep. Darren Williams goes deep.
Thomas, he's desperate for this trophy. He's never got a trophy all year.
Okay, Daniel Stein's actually looking really strong. He's back to the front. Timmy Brooks gone from... Look at that, Simon Pace. Simon Pace was leading coming onto the straight, and he's now back in the back of the group.
And Darren Williams, he's not giving up. I think he was back in 6th place for quite a while. Now he's up to 3rd.
Yeah. Okay.
The middle pack going
There's
through.
There's Morgo's in that group there. Look at this. Jacob Andrews diving up the inside of Al Harrison, who got a toe off him down the straight.
And let's not make sure Morgo doesn't forget he was in 6th place for so many laps in this race.
Fighting with the lead group.
Yeah, but now he's way back.
Okay, Matty Pearce, fantastic. Bit of a lonely race here for the 1,200 points leader, a new lap record holder.
That's right. Maybe lonely, but he's driving fast. The front pack here, turn 4, about 140k flat.
Okay, you can see on top of Timmy Brooks' helmet there, he's got a little radio jack to plug in because he also does driver training. So often talks in. I thought there was something flying off a car, but it was a bird then.
There's Tim Brook taking a spot there, coming into turn 6 off Darren Williams.
Oh, they touched.
Will they? Do they touch?
Did they touch?
I think they did. I think I saw a puff of smoke.
Watch on board for this.
It here. They're so close.
Okay.
Hold your breath. Bang!
Yes, there was a touch there.
Great. Oh, Darren's caught out.
So that's the classic example of 2 into 1 don't go, and I think we'll reserve our opinions because I think both drivers will have a different one.
Oh, no doubt. I wonder who's going to apologise to who.
I suggest neither to neither. I think the fingers might be pointed both directions.
A bit NASCAR-like. What do you reckon?
Could very well be. Okay, so that's given Steiny a bit of a margin from Thomas. And Darren Williams
Darren
have
Williams
now fallen
kept his
back.
position though. So Darren leading the 3rd place in this pack of cars.
Okay, so 1-2 here. He's now got a margin to Darren Williams, Timmy Brooks, Simon Pace, who was leading a lap and a half ago. Here's Jeff Bennett in front of Gary Hook and Lee Porter. How strong's he been this weekend?
Great driving from all this whole little pack of cars that we see going through.
Craig Sparks has got to be in running for Rookie of the Year this year.
And he would be quite deserved about it as well.
Well, Jacob Andrews has pushed him, but just, a couple of mistakes.
And I think we can see there that James Horn has pulled out of this race in another terrible bad luck. Oh, hang the tail, Matthew.
Man, he's never shy to have a go, Matty Pearce. Look, here's Thomas going for the toe.
That was understeer in the wet.
Will he get him by the line? No, he doesn't. Just from note's sake, he didn't get Steiny by the line.
The 2 leading cars there, wheel to wheel as they cross the line.
Actually, even at the top end there, it looks like he's not able to do...
Oh, on the grass! Who would have seen 140, 160, 180k on the grass?
Jeez, that's pretty tight, that one. I don't know. I think there could be a couple of different opinions on that. Anyway.
You know what you can say about Formula V drivers? That they certainly got, I won't say it, but Tim Brooks certainly got them.
Yeah, Timmy had his foot played. He wanted to go the inside, and then I guess the track ran out.
That'll be something that'll be replayed time and time again for the rest of this year, no doubt.
Okay, so there's Thomas from Steiny.
First and second, third, I guess fourth and fifth.
Simon Pace has benefited from, because Timmy Brook had to lift there. Look at this, Lee Porter.
Lee Porter, he's gone through to, is it 6th place in this race? Brilliant driving from the senior, the veteran driver.
Okay, from, I was about to say Jeff Bennett, but it looks like Hookie got him back.
Okay, there's Simon Duffy. We can see there in the Canberra car.
He's doing pretty good as well, Duffy, because that motor's a bit down on power, that thing.
That's right. It's taken a lot of time and effort to get on top of that chassis as well.
Okay, so nice tight line there.
Tim Brook back in 5th place now. So Dylan Thomas has regained the lead in the trophy race. He wants that trophy. Daniel Stein in 2nd as they go through here. That's
nice
Simon Pace
from
in the maker
Darren
in
Williams.
3rd. And Tim Brook in 4th. No, Darren Williams in... No, Tim Brook does great 4th.
He's trying to return the favour, except he was well and truly inside
they're
his time.
having fun, and this is serious fun.
Yeah, the only drama with these two is now that they're starting to have a bit of a battle, they're going to lose the group in front of them, and the top 3 will just drive away.
Well, their tempers are flaring as the race is rearing, but never mind.
Oh, there's a bit of poetry there, flaring and rearing.
Something like that.
Look at that, Al Harrison's back in front of Jacob Andrews. These two have had a cracking little battle going on.
Alan Harrison, a senior driver, and Jacob, a junior driver. So it just shows Formula V is great for everyone.
Al Harrison's actually did a bit of Formula 4 driving back in the UK in the day?
When he was young, a long time ago.
Long time ago.
Long time ago. Dylan Thomas, speaking of a long time ago.
Oh, he carried a nice bit of speed through the first section there.
Right, it was a long time ago since he won a trophy, but he wants it. There's Darren Williams. Darren's dropped back a few car lengths since
Lee Porter's still leading this group here, but
great
looks like
driving from Lee Porter. Gary Hook wants that position.
Gary Hook's in a good position for the toe here.
And so is Jeff Bennett just behind Gary Hook.
And so is Jacob Andrews behind Al Harrison.
We'll see them as we go
and so is Bruce Perry behind Bruce Pearce.
And Simon Duffy behind Bruce Perry. But Matt Pearce, he's got no one to slipstream behind.
Matty Pearce got nothing.
Nothing at all.
Except a lap record and a championship lead.
That's right. Richard Jefford, he's got no one to slipstream off either.
All right, and Pimmy. The old mate Pimmy, he's sitting out here in solo land as
William,
well.
You know, he's a nice, meek sort of gentle guy, but he's driving like an animal when he's out on the track.
You've got to remember as well, he's also in an older chassis, which is not quite as quick as a newer chassis in some regards, but it's also...
and it's his first year of racing as well.
But it's appropriate because an older chassis is a bit softer, so it's probably a bit easier to drive as well. So
okay, the leaders go through turn 1. We'll see the middle pack of cars.
Oh, Lee Porter's held it by the line as well. See that?
No,
But Bennett...
Hookie's gone round the outside and Bennett down the inside.
Here comes Jacob Andrews up the inside of Hal Harrison, nice and late.
Too much going on in this race. Okay. But nothing for this second. But anyway, we'll see here. Dylan Thomas has lost his lead.
Yep, Steiny back through. Steiny's done a great job this whole weekend, actually.
There we'll see the trophy just falling between Dylan's fingers here, unfortunately.
Okay, Simon Pace on the outside of Thomas there as well.
Third place. So where are the leaders? The leaders...
That is the leaders.
There we are.
What happened to Darren Williams? He's fallen back. Timmy Brooks catching back to this group here.
Well, when they're not fighting each other, they're going faster.
Okay, so Bennett's got it. So Lee Porter's fallen to 4th in this group after leading it.
He's lost 3 spots, or is it 4 spots?
4 spots.
Just on that slipstream down the straight.
Okay, so here's Jacob Andrews ahead of Al Harrison. The two of them slipstreaming each other each time they go around down the straight, taking turns.
All right, Bruce Pearce, Simon Duffy down the inside of Bruce Perry, but Bruce Perry down the inside of Simon Duffy as they go left and then right.
Pretty wide there on the entry there from Matty Pearce there.
He'll be looking at the cars ahead, just keeping his eye on them and keeping his speed up.
I think he was checking to see if the kettle was on. All right, here's Thomas up the inside. No, they're not looking at Steiny.
They are back on the power, coming through turn 5, back on full throttle. Hard to the left here. Sorry, that was turn 4. Hard to the left. That's turn 4. You go right, and now left into turn 5 here. Very tricky corner too. Although if
not as tricky now these days with the exit of the new pit lane there. You can see Timmy Brook using quite a bit of it there.
That's right. You can run wide and don't have to keep it hard on the track.
I mean, all the drivers get told that they'll get penalised if they get there. They normally get a black flag warning, and without a black flag warning, they'll just keep using it.
That's right. Although everyone has been warned.
Up the inside here, Johnny Morgo and Lee Porter, but Lee Porter too strong.
And don't forget, Morgo was back in 6th place not too long ago, but he's back in about 12th place there.
That's from the drive of the day to the fail of the day.
That's
Bad luck,
right.
Morgo. Okay, so Bruce Pearce actually probably having one of his strongest races for a while here. Fighting pretty hard here with Bruce Perry and Duffy.
He's driving hard. Well done, Bruce.
Oh, who's this?
That's Lyle Moyes again. He's been caught. Lyle, a bit of a lonely race in the
bigger group this time here. Steiny,
1,
Thomas,
2, 3, 4, 5.
They all got through there nice and comfortably, so there was no damage done to anybody's toe. Coming on here.
Racing.
I think this must be about the second last lap or so.
And yeah, you're right. Darren Williams, as you can see there, he's fallen back, but Tim Brooks moved forward. This could be the last lap. We'll see in a moment there.
I think it's the last lap. Let's see what's happening down the straight here. There's Jacob Andrews ahead of Al Harrison.
Bruce Pearce and Bruce Perry and Simon Duffy there.
A couple of Bruces.
Couple of Bruces from Canberra.
Matty Pearce still trying. Throw it off the track, buddy.
He is trying. Look at him drive that 1200. That's fast.
I don't even think he's got a lap timer in that car, so he wouldn't even know what sort of laps he's doing.
He just drives the wheels off. Here we are.
Okay, here's a checkered flag.
And
Look at
it's
this.
not Dylan Thomas. It's Daniel Stein just ahead of Dylan Thomas.
And Simon Pace in 3rd. Timmy Brook 4th.
Tim Brook in 4th. And Lyle Moyes in 5th.
And Darren
Williams in 5th. And as you can see, just missed out on that trophy. Bad luck, Dylan.
I wonder if Darren Williams had a drama because he lost a lot of time even in the next lap. So it wasn't one mistake. It was just like the car's performance dropped off.
Well, it could be wheel alignment after banging wheels. But anyway, all the cars go through here.
That's actually a very fair point there because they did touch wheels there.
Matthew Pearce and Richard Jefford and William Pym and Stephen Cannon have gone through, and then Bernie Cannon. All right, the last race of the year at Sydney Motorsport Park, Daniel Stein, Dylan Thomas, Simon Bass, Tim Brook in 4th, Darren Williams.
Okay, Jeff Bennett, Craig Spark, got to be on for Rookie of the Year the way he's going. Lee Porter rounding out a strong weekend in 8th.
Great driving, the 1200 cars. Matthew Pearce, Stephen Cannon, Bernie Cannon, Lyle Moyes.
Okay, Matty Pearce extends his points lead, but also takes a new lap record.